Okay, here we are back in the Dirt Factory garage. I'm going to get a video clip here of probably one of the cleanest Honda TRX 250Rs I have ever come across. We sold an 89 last week that was very, very clean, but in terms of the actual specific cleanliness and time, I would say that we're probably dealing with a bike that's got a little less time on it. It's an absolutely beautiful 88, as you can see here. This is a bike that was used one time a year out at Glamis. It was ridden by the owner's daughter and has not been touched in the last 7 years. And you can just see, just by looking at it and going over it. I'm going to go over some of the specifics on it because it's just really worth mentioning. The items obviously that have been altered are the fenders, which have been cut, unfortunately, but you know, that's the way it goes out here in California. The rears, they trim down there a little bit at the bottom, and in the front we've got our nice race cut situation, which, you know, looks nice but is not quite as desirable. Just like all of these original 88 fenders, there is a real fine hairline cracking, spider webbing they call it, very fine, very hard to see. The fenders still look phenomenal, but it does have that. The hood does not have that. For some reason the fenders spider webbed and the hood didn't, and that's usually the way it goes with these guys. In terms of other things it doesn't have, the skid plates were removed, front and rear. It does not have the skid plates. For some reason it has this strange thumb throttle. I'm not sure where that came from. The other thing missing is the original front wheels and tires. This has a set from an 87, I believe, that have been polished out, but the originals are not there. The rears are. They're in phenomenal condition. No dents, anything. If we start going over the finishes on this bike, everything is just spectacular. I mean, this is as close to showroom as it could possibly be for a machine, you know, of this age. But that seat is perfect. It seems that everybody and their cousin wants a perfect 88 4-track seat. Well, that's it right there. Our gas tank, again, is just phenomenal. I mean, you can see how shiny that is. Gas cap's phenomenal. Our keypad here, phenomenal. Once again, I'll get a little further away. You can tell it's an 88. Children 14 years or older. This is back when they were still allowing 14-year-olds to ride these. But onto our handlebars and our cluster here. Control switch is just about as nice as it can be. Our brake levers, all this good stuff here. We pull that off. If you can see how clean the finishes are, you can tell this bike was always garaged and ridden very little. Look at the front suspension there, the front shocks, the A-arms, clean as can be. Not even the underside. There's no, a lot of times if these bikes have been ridden a lot, the underside will be sandblasted away. That's ridden a lot in the sand dunes. If they're ridden a lot in the dirt, then they're just beat to hell underneath there, but they're perfect. I'm going to lift the bike up so we can look at the underside of it. But our steering stem, beautiful. Radiator's perfect. There's no bent fins on that radiator anywhere. This motor is an absolute masterpiece. Look at the finish on there. And again, a telltale sign of the amount of use these have had comes from the wear right there, in which this case we hardly have any. Again, just a little bit off the frame. No case damage anywhere. The finishes, once again, I mean, look at that paint. This motor looks like it's brand new. The motor has never been gone into. It's never been rebuilt. It's got the original top end in it. You can see that our hex nuts there have never been messed with. Oh, also, this comes with the Paul Turner pipe. Does not have the original pipe on it. There is our 1989 sticker emblem, original PJ07C key and carburetor. Going on back here to the rear end and the swing arm. We're getting a little glare from the sun. Hopefully it's not too bad, but all stickers are perfect. Finishes are perfect. The rear shock, air box, I mean, this bike has never seen mud, and it's probably never seen water. You've got the original toolbox with the sticker on it. It also has all the original tools in the original plastic sleeve. Pretty rare. Original grab bars on there. See if we can get this back on here or not. There we go. Original grab bar, tail light, back to our seat. Look at that beauty. Now there's no Armor All or anything like that on here. I don't play any of those games. I try to get as many pictures and good video as I can so you know exactly what you're getting. I know there's a couple other bikes listed on the eBay right now with a bunch of shadowy, vague pictures. You can't really tell what you're getting. On top of that, the owner's going to ask you to sell it outside of eBay, so you can't leave negative feedback when your bike shows up and it's a piece of crap. I'm going to turn this around real quick so we can get good sun on the other side of it. Okay, now onto the other side. Once again, our front brake lever. That is day one. I mean, that's as clean as it can be. If you look underneath there, there's no dirt, gunk buildup. Our original stem clamp in phenomenal condition. Headlight is perfect. Again, going to the finishes. If you look at the sleeves on these shocks, there's no scuffing. Once again, the finishes on the A-arms. You know, this is an aftermarket pipe, but it is a Paul Turner, and it's about as clean as it can be. The chrome is perfect. Moving on to our side case of the motor. Once again, look at how clean that is. Look at the foot pegs with no rust. All original finishes. You can see that's the original finish of an 88-89 Fortrex 250R. When someone says they have an all original 88-89 Fortrex 250R and you look at the brake pedal and it's gloss black from being powder coated, you know they're probably full of shit. Okay, here we are. Once again, we're getting real close up here. I'm going to take the rear fenders off. If you look at the underside here, this is literally just like it came off the showroom floor. Look at that. I don't think any dirt has ever touched the underside of this fender. Coming back over, we're going to go to the air box. We have our original lid. It does have a K&N air filter, but look at, once again, everything is here from the showroom. All the stickers, bolts, cable ties, our original coolant bottle. Look at that rear shock. Again, it's just as clean as it can possibly be. It's a first kick bike, second kick bike at the most. And I mean, I would estimate a total amount of hours on this bike to be somewhere in the range of 25, maybe. Again, it was a female owned and ridden machine, and you can tell because it's not modified and it's not beat to crap. It's obviously never been tipped, and just beautiful. Why don't we lift it up now? Okay. And again, look at the bottom of those A-arms. Look into those calipers. Look how clean that is. The bottom side of the bumper. A-arms again. The one spot that on so many Fortrexes is gouged and beaten to hell has one tiny little neck right there. That's it. The bottom of the frame, just about perfect. A tiny bit of paint removed right there, just a tiny bit. But look at the bottom of the motor. Once again, original drain plug. And moving on down, look at the shock. Now, one thing that's missing is the original, well, there's part of it, the original bump stop, but that's pretty common. Those things just tend to corrode away to nothing. Pro Link. And then look at our finishes here. No corrosion, no rust. Look at that brake rotor. I mean, it's like it's got no use on it. Original sprocket, finishes. You know, it's just, I haven't seen a bike this clean. I really haven't. And aside from the fenders being cut, not having a pipe, a couple of minor things, you know, it's probably one of the best candidates I've ever seen for an OEM restoration. That, well, I mean, you're really not going to need to restore it. You're just going to have to do the fenders, which obviously that's not a small deal, but I just saw a set go on eBay for not too much, and a couple minor things, and you'll have an all original bike, technically unrestored, that looks like it came off the showroom floor. You know, so that's it, and we're gonna throw her up on eBay here. Hopefully this thing goes to a collector and is preserved for the long haul like it should be. Thank you.